The GoPro Hero 3 has been a fantastic upgrade from the previous Hero 2 camera in almost every aspect. The lens, the recording options, the size and weight, the overall shape and so on. Nevertheless, there's one feature many users have missed when upgrading to the Hero 3, that feature being the lack of standard external microphone input. All is not lost however, since we are still able to use an external mic with the Hero 3 cameras by using one of these. Welcome to Ifty's Tech Corner, where today we'll be looking at the official GoPro Mic Adapter. One of the main limitations with not just the GoPro but with any sports or action camera of this size and shape, especially when it's also encased in a protective case, is audio capture. Audio captured is generally muffled because the built-in microphones are within the protective case, or because you are travelling at some speed and all you end up capturing is wind noise. We can use a skeleton housing or the GoPro frame to free those microphones even further, but this still doesn't provide great audio. Previously, with the Hero 2, we could simply plug in an external microphone with its standard 3.5mm jack and problem solved. Not anymore. Now we have to purchase an additional accessory in order to use an external microphone. It's not a cheap accessory either. At $20 it's quite expensive for what it is, especially considering this wasn't required at all with the Hero 2. There's really not much to mention when it comes to what's in the package. We receive only the adapter, nothing more. The short adapter incorporates the mini USB connector at one end with a standard 3.5mm socket at the other. Pretty simple in construction, it does feel rather well made. Other than the standard GoPro logo on the cable, it's otherwise plain in construction. Before using the adapter, you'll need to remove the side door on your camera. Remember to keep this safe as it's small and easy to lose, and being a GoPro part, it's not cheap to purchase replacements. With the side door removed, you'll need to either use the camera naked in order to attach the adapter, use the frame mount, or use a skeleton case as I'm using here. Personally, I prefer using a skeleton housing since you still have good protection for the camera lens and the main body of the camera itself. Attach the adapter to the mini USB port and we now have a standard 3.5mm jack to attach a microphone. I tend to use this lapel microphone, the Audio-Technica ATR 3350, since it's powered and has a super long cable. The microphone itself can be clipped onto your sound source pretty easily, or simply remove the clip and tape this under your dash, for example, to record engine noise. Let's take a short drive and test the difference in audio quality. Okay, so I'm driving at a comfortable cruising speed at the moment. The GoPro is within its skeleton housing mounted on the far passenger side window of the vehicle, so a slight distance away from me. The skeleton housing does let some audio pass through to the built-in speakers through the holes in the case, as we can hear, but it's not fantastic. Enough to hear me, but with a fair amount of background noise. With the GoPro mic adapter and the lapel microphone now connected, the GoPro is still in exactly the same spot, in the same skeleton housing as it was before. We should be getting some much clearer audio quality with less background noise. So we should get much less background noise now, and my speech should be a lot clearer. Although we can clearly hear that the audio quality is much higher when using the GoPro mic adapter, the quality will obviously depend upon the microphone you choose to use. You could, for example, use a shotgun mic like this Rode Video Mic Pro, a stereo mic like the Zoom H1, or a lapel mic like the Audio-Technica I tend to use with the GoPro. Nevertheless, the adapter does give you the option and any solution works pretty well. I'm not sure whether it's worth $20 though. I would have expected gold-plated connectors at that price point at the very least. There are cheaper clones available on eBay and other online stores if you wish to save some cost, although I can't vouch for their quality. All in all, it's a fantastic, albeit expensive, solution that works wonderfully well. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Alternatively, feel free to check out the other GoPro videos in my channel by clicking above or in the description box below. Remember to subscribe as there are plenty more GoPro videos and tutorials coming shortly. See you next time in Ifty's Tech Corner.